So the first question is, how old are you? Pretty simple answer, I'm 19. I'm a freshman in, well, actually I'm a sophomore in college, I guess. I finished my freshman year last year. Do I do sports? Not really. Me and sports don't get along very well. It's kind of sad. I used to be really athletic when I was a kid, but when I got older, I just kind of stopped doing it. I didn't enjoy it that much anymore, so yeah. If you could go anywhere in Europe, where would you go? I'd probably go to United Kingdom because it just looks like Scotland and Ireland and England, they just look all like amazing and beautiful. I had a friend who went there like last summer and it just looked amazing, so I'd like to go there, but I wouldn't complain about going anywhere in Europe, so. What is your favorite animal? I like frogs. They're pretty adorable. Oh wait, are you a squishy freak? Squishy freak, not so much. I have some squishies and I think they're fun and stuff. I just don't really spend all my money on them. I don't really collect them. I bought a couple, but mostly I want to use them for like trades and things like that when I finally open my trades up, so I'm not like that big on them, I guess. Do you have pets? Name them and show them. I do not have pets right now. I have a pet frog that lives in my basement window downstairs, but I don't have any like actual pets. I used to have 2 dogs. They're huskies, but when we moved to California, we gave them to one of our friends because it's too hot there for a dog with like such thick fur, so we just wanted them to be happy. Are you interested in K-pop? Actually, yes. I think K-pop is amazing, and I'm not like super duper obsessed with it. Like, I don't know like every single K-pop band there ever is, but I do love Girls' Generation and Hyuna. I think their music is so catchy, it's like ridiculous. What is your favorite Disney character? Okay. As I say in all of my videos, I had a Disneyland season pass when I lived in LA. And my boyfriend and I, that was like our special thing. We used to go to Disneyland, like, seriously, some days or some months we would go like twice a week. And it was kind of ridiculous because, I mean, it's not that far away, and if you have a season pass, it has like free parking and everything, so it wasn't that expensive to go to. I think we went like 50 times, no joke, last year. It's pretty insane. So I don't really have a favorite Disney character because I literally love everything Disney. The only things about Disney that I don't get now are like Phineas and Ferb. I think it's because I'm too old for that and I don't really watch the Disney Channel anymore, but all of like the older Disney characters I absolutely love. So my favorite ride at Disney, definitely Star Tours. What is your favorite color and do you prefer pink or purple? My favorite color is green. You can't tell by my room because my room is blue, but it was like that when I got here. My favorite color is bright green, so yeah. And do I prefer pink or purple? Well, I don't know. I don't really mind either. Who is your favorite Star Wars character? Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm probably gonna have to go with Yoda or the Ewoks, just in general, because I think Ewoks are adorable. Star Wars or Star Trek? I like both of them, but if I have to choose, I'm definitely going to choose Star Wars because that's what I grew up watching. Now, my parents, on the other hand, are huge Trekkies, so if you ask them, they'll be like, Star Trek, way better, but yeah. What's my brother's name? I love this question because it's like, no, I'm not hitting on him, I'm just asking. It's alright. He's too old for you guys anyways. My brother's name is David. He's 22, and he still lives in our basement on occasion, so yeah. He's kind of like the troll in our basement. But I love him, so he's pretty cool. Do you like mac and cheese? Mac and cheese is pretty good. It's not my favorite food, but I'll eat it. Yeah. Do I have a secret talent? I'd say honestly that probably making stuff out of clay would be like my secret talent as far as my friends go. Actually, like, none of my friends really know I'm on YouTube. It's not that I'm ashamed of it or anything, it's just I don't really talk about it. Alright, who is my boyfriend? Okay. My boyfriend is my boyfriend. We've been together for 2.5 years. His name is Lawrence. We've known each other since we were like little kids, so I've known him since I was like 12. Yeah, so we're just really good friends. Like, he's my best friend, he's my boyfriend, so I love him, and he's back in California right now, and I really miss him, and it kind of sucks, because I don't like being, like, all the way across the country from him, but, I'm going back to California probably around the end of the year, so, like, permanently to stay. So yeah. Coolest place you've been? I've been to a lot of cool places, as bad as that sounds. My mom used to work for a travel company, so it was part of her job to travel a lot. But honestly, more recently, I think the coolest place I've been to is Alaska. And I went there about a year ago, and it was absolutely amazing. It was so beautiful. Like, I was not at all excited about going there because I'm just like, okay, it's June and I'm going somewhere freezing cold, but it was absolutely amazing. It was so beautiful. Do you have a 3DS? If so, what color? Hang on. I do have a 3DS, and it's so awesome. This makes me so happy. I have the special edition Zelda 1. Ah! If you don't know, I'm a huge Zelda freak, like, insanely so. It's my favorite game of life, so yeah. Oh, that's the next question. Your favorite video game? Well, that would definitely be Zelda. Like the Nintendo 64 ones, Ocarina of Time. My favorite game ever. And I actually have it for 3DS, which makes me so happy. Like, I remember when that game came out when I was a kid, and I was like so excited. And then I got it on here, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So I have one that says, have you been to an anime convention? If so, which ones? I have not. It breaks my heart every time because I lived in LA for about 10 years, so, well, not quite 10 years, but almost. And I didn't really know that much about the conventions until probably like 4 years ago. And we have Anime Expo out there, which is like one of like the legendary anime conventions, you know. We also have Comic-Con in San Diego, which isn't quite anime, but you know, it's still like amazing. And every single year I would try and go, and we would always be on vacation, or I would be somehow out of town or busy on during Anime Expo, because it's always during like the 4th of July. And for Comic-Con, the tickets always sell out in like 30 seconds, so I would never be able to get a ticket to that either, and they're super expensive too. So it was like every single year something would always come up, and I never got a chance to go, and it pains me because I want to go so badly. But hopefully when I get back in LA next year, I'm gonna try really hard to get a table in Artist Alley so I can actually sell my stuff, because like I make a lot of stuff that would sell really well, like my Pokeball bracelets and stuff. Like, I'd love to be able to sell that kind of stuff and, you know, just hang out and everything like that. My boyfriend was like, hey, you know, if you're gonna sell stuff at Anime Expo, we're gonna take all the money that you make from that and we're gonna buy more stuff. And I was like, I am okay with this. Alright, so that was the last question about me, personally. So these are my crafting questions. So who got you started making videos on YouTube? Honestly, it's hard to pick just one. You know, like the legendary YouTube crafters like Funky Pink Gal, trying to think, Sabby Loves, people like that, you know, just, I started watching these videos and I was like, huh, I've been working with clay for a pretty long time. I should make videos, so I did. What's your favorite brand of clay? I love Primo. Primo's my favorite. I think it's like the best quality and the best texture. My favorite creation. Go to my last charm update. You will see my Totoro tea set. I love that. And also the bakery that I'm working on for Sabby Loves contest. I am like so proud of it so far. And I've done a lot of work since my last vlog, so I may do like a work in progress update video for that later. But yeah, I'm just like super proud of it. It's turning out so great. Do you ever use air dry clay? I have some Daiso air dry clay. Honestly, the smell of it, I don't even know. It smells so funky. And I kind of hate it because I love the texture of the clay. It's so cool to work with. But just the smell of it itself makes me like gag. It smells horrible. It doesn't, I don't even know how to describe it because I feel like maybe I'm like overreacting to the scent of it or something. But to me, it just smells so bad. What is the most complex thing I've ever made? Definitely the bakery I'm making for Sabby Loves contest. I've probably spent about 6 hours on it so far, and I'm not even close to being done. It's kind of bad. Do you make plushies? I'm not very good at making plushies. I try sometimes, but I'm not very good at it. I'm better at making like flat 2-dimensional sewing things, but when it comes to making like 3-dimensional things, I'm not very good. The only thing I can make is Mamagoma, and that's because I found a pattern online, so yeah. can you make an Etsy? I actually have an Etsy. I don't sell all of my charms on there. I sell some of my charms, but I will put links down below for that. So yeah. If you could steal any other YouTuber's charms, whose would you steal? I don't want to steal anything. But if I could have charms from another YouTuber, that's really tough because honestly there's so many good people out there, and like a lot of them don't even have that many subscribers. They're not even like super popular or anything. But I don't really know. I don't know. That's a tough one. You know, there's like a lot of the really good YouTubers who are pretty obvious, but I think that I appreciate everyone who sends me charms to review and stuff like that. I appreciate everyone. I think anyone who just tries to make new charms and stuff is awesome anyways, so I don't know. That's kind of hard. Do you have a favorite online kawaii store? And I remember this comment because you asked me this and then you said where you lived, and you actually live near me, so congratulations. And I'm sad to know that we don't have any kawaii stores out here because I was looking and now I'm sad. Back in LA we had Little Tokyo and it was amazing, but out here where I live now, here, apparently we don't have much. So my recommendations for online stores, House of Ink Houston, actually, she runs an online kawaii store, and her selection is not particularly huge, but she does have a lot of cool stuff. She has squishies, she has memo paper. I believe she's selling Poppin' Cooking kits right now. She has a lot of really cool stuff, and honestly, her prices are really, really good. I've ordered from her a couple of times, and she has really great prices, and she's super nice. And, you know, if you can find what you're looking for on her site, I'm pretty sure it's going to be like the cheapest you can find it on the internet. Other favorite kawaii stores, as far as kawaii supply goes, I like Miniature Sweet on Etsy. I'll leave links to all of these in the down bar. Miniature Sweet on Etsy has like amazing stuff, and they give you like a lot of extras and stuff. If you order like a couple of times, they'll give you tons of new stuff, and it's really cool. And they have the best molds I have ever used. I have like 4 of their molds and I love them all. What got you started on crafting? Well, I've been working with polymer clay for a pretty long time. I just wanted to start an Etsy one day, and I saw all of these things that people were selling on Etsy that were made out of polymer clay. Not necessarily like kawaii stuff, just kind of like jewelry and stuff in general. And I was like, God, I could make that so easily. And so I did. And then I didn't realize that there was this whole crafting community, like polymer clay and everything, on YouTube until like a couple of months ago, and I was blown away because I was like, I've been doing this forever. So yeah. If you can make a plush of your favorite character, who would it be? Ooh, that's tough. I would have to say that I would probably make a Stitch plush. Probably. Or like a Link plushie. I don't know. I have all these ridiculous plushies in my corner, and, so I already have plushies of all my favorite characters, and I'm not very good at sewing, so I'll just stick to those, because, yeah. If you could trade crafts with anyone, who would you trade with? Trade with anyone. I don't really care. I'm trying to think. Toni Ellison. I absolutely love her realistic stuff. Like, I think that is such an amazing talent to be able to do like realistic food that well, because I know for me, like, I can occasionally get stuff right with realistic, but it's so like hit and miss, and she just gets it every single time, and I'm so jealous. It's so awesome. Is gloss the same as glaze? Because where I live, I can't find glaze, only gloss. I think gloss is the same as glaze. Let me check. Be right back. Blah. Alright. So I have 2 different things. I have Duraclear Gloss Varnish, and this stuff is pretty good. It's a little watery for my taste, but it's okay for your charms. And I also have Triple Thick. And Triple Thick says Brilliant Brush On Gloss Glaze. So where you find this in Michaels, hopefully you have Michaels near you. Where you find this in Michaels is kind of in the paint aisle. They have like glue and stuff. This is by The Glue, weirdly enough. I don't know why. It's by like The Glue and like finishing stuff. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's near the paint. And then this stuff is also near the paint, so you can check that out. Alright, what inspires you to make your creations? Honestly, there's so many things that inspire me. You know, I love Miyazaki films. I think they're amazing, like My Neighbor Totoro. I seriously have all of them on my computer. You know, cute food, just cute stuff in general, video games. A lot of my daily life just inspires me to make stuff, and if I can't even think of anything to make, I'll just Google kawaii, and tons of stuff will pop up, and I'll be like, I'm making that. So, yeah. So, that's all my questions. I'm sorry if this video is going to be like 20 minutes long. I hope you guys enjoyed everything. Thank you so much, and I'll see you later. Bye!